on the 7 a.m. social. We are broadcasting everything on the air and off the air, and we would love to have you join us. We are on our YouTube channel and on Facebook. Just look up Mercedes in the Morning. You can see all the fun things we talk about on and off the air. And apparently, JC has a special public service announcement that he would like to make right now.
Yes, absolutely. When walking on the sidewalk, the general rule is you get 50% of the sidewalk and the other person walking up to you, next to you, gets the other 50%. Last night, Laura and I were walking and we got the dogs and everything. And there's 3 ladies coming down the sidewalk. They're walking 3 wide. I get it. You want to walk 3 wide. That's cool. But when you're approaching another couple, another person, that third person needs to make some kind of move, maybe slide behind the 2 friends, walk in front of the 2 friends. They did not. Those ladies remained 3 wide to the point where I had to step off the sidewalk to let those ladies keep on walking by.
I disagree with you.
Oh,
I disagree with your public service announcement.
Yes, go on.
I think when we go walk, if we see someone coming towards us, we immediately get on the street. I don't think you should share the sidewalk. I think you should just kind of determine who's going to get it. And if someone has a dog, they should always get it. So I feel like those women should have gotten off the sidewalk completely and walked in the street while you and your dog is on the sidewalk. Dogs get preferential treatment. You don't want their poor little paws getting hot in the street, especially here in Las Vegas in the summer. So if we see someone walking their dog coming towards us, we immediately go out in the street. If it's just a person, we still walk in the street. Now, I will say it depends on how busy the street is. These are within my neighborhood,
Sure.
so there's like no one on them. If you're walking on West Charleston, I don't think that you should just walk out into the street or anything like that. But in your case, I'm guessing it was a neighborhood. I think they should have gotten off the sidewalk for you completely.
Interesting. I never really went with the jump off the sidewalk, move on to the non-busy street theory. I just always that it's wide enough for at least 2 people. Sometimes you can go 3 wide if you need be, but this was a tighter sidewalk, and two people could have easily gone by each other. But yeah, those 3 ladies, they did not. They didn't budge. As we're approaching, I'm thinking that third lady's gonna move. She's gonna move. I'm like, she's not moving. Let me just slide over here.
She just kind of, that's kind of rude. Was it weird when you guys approached? Did they say anything? Did they acknowledge you in any way?
That's the other thing too. I feel like less people are giving the hello, like because I'm like hi, and really got nothing in return as well.
Rude. Well, I would assume that they would react rudely, seeing as how they didn't even budge.
Maybe they're so deep in conversation they didn't see what was happening. But yeah, so that's my little public service announcement.
Does anyone else have a public service announcement that they would like to make people aware of? Something that you see people do that really, really bothers you. You can call us, you can text us 702-364-9400. I'm trying to think what it would be for me. I mean, there's so many things that I'll see, and then I think to myself, you can't do that, but then I forget about it 2 days later. Steph, do you have a public service announcement that you'd like to make?
For the walking as well. If you're in the public and you're walking, please look up and try not to be on your phones. When we're walking at the park sometimes with Momo, there'll be people on their phone and they'll be like, come on, we're trying to figure out which way you're going to go. So please look up if you need to look at your phone really quick.
That's a good one. I just thought of one. If someone asks you, how are you? Instead of saying just good, ask them back, how are you? I cannot stand when I'm like, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. Da, da, da. Or like, what did you do yesterday? Oh, I did this. And no one asks you back. It's like they don't care about you. That's how I feel when I genuinely ask someone like, how are you? Oh, I'm good. And then I'm just like, okay, well, we don't care about me. Okay. Not that I want to vent, but I just think it's the nice thing to do.
It's a common courtesy.
Yes.
So in this situation, you run into a friend like, hey, how's it going? They're like, oh, things are grand, it's fantastic. The kids are awesome. See you later. And they don't ask how things are in your world or anything.
Yeah. Or like, how was your night? Oh, it was good. I did this and then this and this. Oh, great. Okay, well, I guess we'll talk to you later. Really quick, Leah has a public service announcement she would like to make. Hey, Leah, good morning.
Good morning.
What is your PSA?
When a car takes two parking spots in a parking lot.
Oh, that is so annoying. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize your car was more important than everyone else's car.
Try to squeeze in there too.
That
Just show them.
was the worst. So this text just came in. It says there's been a study that says on a crowded sidewalk, most men will expect a woman to get off the sidewalk to enable them to pass. So now there is a push for women to make the man get off the sidewalk. Wow, I did not know that. I would always assume that the man would get off the sidewalk for the women, but
I don't think they should get off the sidewalk. We can all make room to pass each other at the same time.
I think it's just so awkward to walk so close to each other. Maybe that's just a space thing with me, but like you're both I'd rather just get off completely and not deal with
you hop
any
right
of
back
that.
on?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we always do. We're like, hey, well, and it's funny if they have a dog, my husband will even say, hey, if we cross paths again, you stay on the sidewalk and we'll go into the street because we care about the doggies.
All right, coming up here, there's tickets to go see Katy Perry. That's happening this hour, 7:40.
She's pushed the boundaries of artistic expression in mainstream music and has been a cultural figure across both the 21st centuries. And now she's coming back to Las Vegas. Mix 94.1 welcomes global icon Madonna. Listen all this week to win your free ticket for the celebration.
Hey, JC, quick question. On your
Shoot.
mic stand, is it hard to move? No? Okay. What
Why?
about going towards like computers? Huh.
Why?
Because sometimes it'll make a really loud noise.
Who, mine?
Yeah, sometimes.
It's up here. It's this.
See, like right now, it's fine. It's that top notch.
Yeah, this mic. This up here.
Yeah.
Near that. Oh, sometimes it's a big creak. It's like
Yeah.
it's when I wake up in the morning, I have to take my first step, my knees crack. I think it's the first time that I
Yeah.
moved the mic. Yeah.
The mic stand's a little older.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
just it's weird. Like sometimes it'll go over the
Over the air.
and then sometimes it won't. So I'm trying to figure out what it needs so that it can like I don't
Oil.
know.
It's the ambiance of the show.
It is the ambiance of the show. But there was a promo I put in,
And
and that's all you can hear. Like
the mic
it's
moving and a promo
mic
from the show, a promo of Mercedes and I cut.
the show, not you guys cutting.
Huh.
Because you guys were live, so it was during a live
yeah.
promo. Yeah. So I was like, darn, I can't edit it out without deleting your audio. Yeah. But so I just left it in.
If you ever like the Howard Stern show in the 80s and 90s, back when they had carts, all you would hear the entire show is carts being stacked and moved around because they used so many carts for sound effects. So that became like the ambiance of like the show. Like you just hear you talking and you hear someone like stacking carts, moving carts, and it was just always the sound of their carts.
The old school way.
Yeah, the old school way. Yeah. And I think it's probably too when we had carts and CDs, the stacking,
can
you have to
hear
stack your carts to play commercials.
Wow. I couldn't imagine.
Oh yeah, imagine like all of our spots have to like take the carts off the wall and then stack up. Okay, these are the 5 commercials that are playing. So we have the 5 carts. So you can take each cart, put it in the player.
That sounds like a mess.
Yeah, it was.
And would you get in trouble a lot? Like, oh, this cart didn't play.
Or if you got so busy and you didn't stack the carts, and all of a sudden the commercial break starts and you don't have your carts pulled, you have to pull the carts, or you'd have the carts stacked and then you'd knock them over and all the carts would go falling on the ground.
Have you heard the sound of foxes laughing?
Mm-mm. Those are foxes? Sounds like kids.
I know.
That's crazy.
How cute.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I'm gonna send this to you. Oh, that make my day.
The happy foxes. Wonder what they're laughing about.
Okay, think the girl's tickling them
Aw.
or like playing. Oh, cute. A lot of my friends are car camping for Coachella weekend 1, and today is day 0.
Oh God.
40 of them. I know.
It just does not sound fun.
It's not, but it is. It's such a weird thing. It's such a weird thing, especially camping.
We used to go to these music festivals up in Winter Park, which is in the mountains in Colorado, and it was so much fun. We would go out there and hang out all day, but at night we went back to our hotel. And we get up early, we go. Like I like that kind. I don't like camping though.
Glamping.
Yeah. Well, I would do glamping possibly, but oh, like tents and stuff. I am just a wimp when it comes to that stuff. I'm not fun.
When I went, or it happens every time you car camp, they'd have to go like Wednesday night into Thursday morning. So last night, everyone has to leave. They park in like a local grocery store or whatever in Coachella or in Indio. And then when the time comes when car camping opens, I think it's midnight on Thursday or something crazy. And you all get in a line, but you have to stay behind each other so that when you camp, it's first come, first serve. So if you want to stay next to each other, you have to stay within each other when driving.
Oh,
and getting
wow.
in.
That's easier said than done.
It is, and I don't know how they did it. I just saw them post that they were in the parking lot like at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. and that they just got to their camping spot like at 4 or 5 a.m.
Oh,
It's brutal. And then the showers, sometimes you have to wait hours for the showers. I know.
just can't do it. That does not sound appealing at all.
Yeah.
Where is it in conjunction to everything? Is it near like that little airport that's out there?
A little bit. I think it's a few minutes out of the airport,
Yeah.
like the Palm Springs airport
No.
or the other one.
There's like a Coachella airport, a little small one.
Let's see.
Like, because Laura's horse show that she goes to every year is right now. It's in Coachella and like India. All those areas where we go and stay, and the area is awesome.
The Empire Polo Club. Do you know where that's at?
No.
That's where the actual grounds
The
are.
grounds are.
Let's see. Find my friends. Empire Polo Club. Yep. And then see where the airport's at. Can't find the Coachella airport.
It's like a little private airport.
Oh, is it in Thermal?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I would say it's not too far from it. Like northwest, I would say like 10 minutes,
Oh.
maybe less.
Green Day coming up out of the dirt.
At least it's a up-tempo one.
Yeah.
I look every night now
Oh, do
you?
Yeah.
to make sure, because if there's a down-tempo one, I'm changing it.
Do it.
I wish he would let me schedule music just for our show.
Oh, have you talked to him about it?
Yeah, he said no.
He can't say not yet.
He did say not yet.
Okay.
He said maybe one day. He's like, not yet. So all I heard was no.
In my eyes, that's no, because it's not today.
Exactly.
I'll be back.
What was my facial expression, Robert? Was it me trying to hold in my yawn? You ever do that? You're like, and also, if yawning is really contagious, did anyone just yawn? See, now I'm doing it. Oh, man. Now my eyes watered. Sorry for making you guys yawn. I have that effect on people.
Stop it. Oh, stop it.
Oh, stop it. You're being silly.
Oof.
It's time for the Daily Dirt on Mix 94.1.
A new Post Malone musical era is upon us. Posty took to social media on Wednesday to tease his new single. It's called Chemical, which will be out tomorrow. Let me give you a little taste of that song. It sounds like this.
I'm so happy to hear new music from him. It's about time.
And you heard the entire song. You like it?
It's good. I really honestly liked it, even though I'm already a fan of his. I kind of went in skeptical. I'm like, but yeah, I liked it a lot.
We'll get the full song tomorrow. Jamie Foxx is currently hospitalized after experiencing an unspecified medical complication. Happened Tuesday morning, and it sounds like it might have been serious, but nobody's really saying what happened. His daughter, Corinne, posted an update saying, luckily, due to quick action and great care, he's already on his way to recovery. The family's asking for privacy during this time. And then another source said that Jamie's now communicating, which is good news. No word on how long he'll be in the hospital or when he'll return to work.
That's scary that they say he's now communicating. So he wasn't. And it sounds like he's on his way to recovery, but that's very scary.
There's another story too that talked about family. They told family members were rushing to the hospital to be with him. We don't know what it is, but it's one of those things where like all the family came to the hospital as soon as he went in. HBO made some big announcements. First, they're changing HBO Max to just plain Max. They're actually merging with Discovery Plus, but this might have been the biggest piece of news. They are doing a Harry Potter TV series, and it will be a straight up remake with a brand new cast. They'll also be more faithful to the original story because they'll take an entire season to cover each of the 7 books, and they're expecting this to play out over 10 years.
I was beyond excited when I saw this. Just as a Harry Potter fan, it keeps the franchise alive visually for a lot of people, just since it's been over for a while. And we were at Universal Studios a couple of months ago, and I just never get tired of walking into that land, and it is so beautiful. I can't believe they were able to build something like that.
Does it have a scent when you walk in, a certain smell when you walk into?
No, but they have like carts for butterbeer, so you can buy a butterbeer or a frozen butterbeer. There's like 2 rides, and one's like this kind of slow roller coaster it's cute, and then the other is the big one that you sit in these chairs and they kind of turn you upside down, and then there's all these spiders that look like they're coming at you, and they always give a warning like, caution, there's spiders on this ride. If you don't want it, after you pass the dragon, close your eyes. And you'll see people, once they see the dragon, they'll be like,
Oh, do
they're like, I'm not gonna look. It's really funny.
Other stuff coming from Max, another Big Bang Theory spinoff is happening. We are getting another season of True Detective. This one's going to star Jodie Foster, and then the Gremlins are back. It's going to be an animated series, and that will start in May. So TV Insider put together a list of the worst TV finales. I know some of these you have seen, some of them maybe you haven't, but number one is Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones finale, how does that rank for you?
That was a bad finale. And for a show that I loved so much and is one of my favorite shows of all time, I was severely disappointed in the ending. I mean, it kind of wrapped things up, but I think it could have been better.
Gossip Girl.
Never watched Gossip Girl.
I watched it. I couldn't tell you how it ended, but I did watch it. Star Trek Enterprise was number 3. How I Met Your Mother was number 4.
Horrible ending. Absolutely horrendous. That was a bad ending.
Spoilers, let's talk about it. How did it end?
Aren't they doing a reboot where Barney's coming back?
No, Barney's back with the How I Met Your Mother. He's already in it.
I know, but or How I Met Your Father, right?
Yeah, How I Met Your Father. He was in it for the first season. And he's supposed to be in it for the second season.
It was. They were at this. They were at this like train station, and it was. I don't want to give it away because like it was so bad. It was so bad. It was just like
we're giving a full spoiler alert. I think we're safe. We got to be able to talk about some shows.
People you wanted to end up together didn't end up together.
Okay,
I'll say that. It was just really sad. I was so excited for what could have happened and it did not happen. And maybe that was what they wanted, for you to think it was going to go one way. But I thought Ted.
Oh wait, yeah, it's kind of coming back now.
Do you remember Ted and Robin?
Yes.
No Ted and Robin.
No Ted and Robin.
So sad.
That show wrapped up, by the way, in 2014, almost 10 years ago.
That's crazy.
Other shows on the list: Lost was on there, 2.5 Men, The Sopranos. That one was weird when that show just ended.
I actually liked that ending.
Did you?
I think it left us with more questions, and it was subject to interpretation. I think it was well done, and the anxiety I was feeling in that last 5 minutes. I think TV shows hope to get that kind of reaction from people. I'm like, and Don't Stop Believing's playing, and I'm like, oh my god, and you see all these different people coming to the same place, and oh my gosh, I thought that was an excellent.
Oh, the
finale.
Anticipation, true. When Meadow parked her car, comes walking in, but then all of a sudden people are like, did my TV just go out? What just happened here?
And that's what made it so brilliant, because people were confused, and then they realized it was over. Like, oh, I love that one.
Is that how we should end our show? Like in like every day, just be in mid conversation, and all of a sudden it's like, where'd they go? We just stopped talking.
Yeah, I think, it was just kind of crazy.
All right, coming up here at 7:40, tickets to go see Katy Perry. And then we get into, what were you saying about your daughter?
I went in her room last night to get something, and you would not believe what I found. I was like, what is happening here? And I confronted her on it, and she's like, oh, sorry. Well, I'll tell you what I found. Coming up next, it's Mix 94.1. Technically, they did get together, but I didn't like when they got together. It was after his wife died, and that I don't think he should have ever married that lady in the first place. And so she died, and then their kids said, you should date Aunt Robin, and then he shows up to her house. So that was kind of how it did. I didn't like how they just should have ended up together without the other lady.
Gotcha.
I can't believe that was just 10 years ago that show wrapped up.
Yeah.
That was a fun show.
I watched that show religiously for like the first 3 seasons, and then I fell off, and I knew I was never going to finish.
Yeah.
And then what's the deal with Hilary Duff? She's the daughter?
I've never watched it.
Is she his daughter in it? Oh, I don't know if she's.
Yeah, she's in How I
Ed-
Met Your Father.
Is she in Ted's? Is she Ted's daughter?
Let's see. Sophie Tompkins. Oh, is it a whole new series? Like a no story? Hilary Duff is the main character as Sophie Tompkins, a hopeless romantic photographer who's looking for her soulmate. Though believing in true love, she is unaware of her biological father due to her mother having slept with random men.
Oh,
So is it a different storyline?
I've never watched it.
yeah, I haven't watched it either. But I just saw the stories about Barney being in the first season and then coming back for a bunch of stuff in the second season.
Huh. And that's Neil Patrick Harris?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
It's Mercedes in the Morning, Mix 94.1 Free Ride Traffic.
Join me this Friday, April 14th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. to celebrate. Dragon Tiger Noodle Company. It's your noodles, your way.
Let's get back to more Mercedes in the Morning.
I like to listen in the morning and while I'm driving to work.
On Mix 94.1.
If you ever want to call us, text us, comment on something, it's easy. Our phone number is 702-364-9400. We're getting a lot of texts right now in regards to the worst finales that are out, and we were talking about How I Met Your Mother, and I made a comment that the people that I wanted to get together didn't get together. And I need to clarify because everyone's like, wait a second, they did. What are you talking about? I guess what I meant is they didn't get together when I wanted them to get together. There was someone in between that I didn't think they needed to go there. I think they should have ended up together. So I just want to clarify that. Everyone's like, they were together. But yes, after someone died. And that made me sad. You know,
You just wanted the direct connection.
Yes.
We didn't need that extra storyline. We could have got right to the chase and made everyone happy. It was 10 years ago, everybody.
exactly. Now, I was just talking about something I discovered last night. Last night, I was looking for one of my shirts. And sometimes in the course of doing laundry, my shirts end up in Brooklyn's room. Her shirts end up in my room. So I couldn't find it. So I thought I'm going to go in her room and find my shirt. So I walk in there. And there's like some clothes on the bed that were freshly washed. So I'm going through them. I don't see them. And in the process, I dropped one of the shirts. So I go to bend down to pick it up and I hear this clunk clunk because it was kind of halfway under the bed. I hear this clunk clunk when I pick it up. So then I'm like, what was that? And I get down on my hands and knees and I look under the bed and you won't believe what I found. I found an empty water bottle. So I pull it out. Then I look and I see another empty water bottle. Pull that out. I pulled out 17 empty water bottles from underneath her bed. 17. At one point it was a joke. I was on number 8. I'm like 8, 9, 10. I'm like, what is happening? First of all, I don't understand why she's throwing empty water bottles under her bed. Second of all, she drinks out of a hydro flask. I never have seen her have bottles of water before. So I'm like, I carry them all in my arms. I'm like, what's this? And she goes, oh, those were under my bed. So she knew they were there. It wasn't like they just fell under there. And I go, why do you have all of these? You drink out of a hydro flask. And she goes, oh, well, like at practice and at tournaments, some of the parents will bring us bottled water. And so I have the empty bottle in my bag and I just tell myself I'm going to throw it away, but I just forget and I throw it under my bed. I'm like, unbelievable. This is so irresponsible of you. I totally sounded like my mom, but I couldn't believe it wasn't 1, 2, or 3. It was 17 of them.
That's a lot of water bottles on your bed.
Yes,
That
it
is a
was a
lot of water bottles.
ton.
Yeah, rattling around underneath there as well. That's a lot of plastic crunkling around underneath your bed as well.
Have you ever discovered, anyone listening ever discovered something in their kid's room that they could not believe? Maybe it was something harmless like water bottles. I say harmless, not referring to the environment because that was very harmful. But anyway, anyone find something harmless or not so harmless where it turned into an issue? I know it's just water bottles, but I was like, you're taking all these down and putting them in the recycling. And she's like, taking them down. I can hear them being dumped in the recycling bin. She was all mad about it. And she's like, were you going through my room? I was like, I was looking for a shirt. Leave me alone.
I'm not snooping. I just happened to stumble upon 18 water bottles. It's not, I have no kids, obviously, but it's what my nieces and nephew discovered in my bedroom. When I moved out, I had posters on the wall and I had calendars. I had Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue calendars. I had a Kathy Ireland calendar. And so my parents took those calendars and they hung them up in my closet. I don't know why they kept them there, but they're still there to this day. And my mom tells the story of when my nieces, my sister's kids, first came over and discovered those calendars. They were freaked out. They opened up the closet door and like, ew, whose are these? And they're like, they're Uncle JC's. Since those calendars are still there, it was about a weekend ago. My brother's kids were spending the weekend with my parents, and my mom said they were sleeping in my room, and she's like, hopefully they won't open your closet door and discover your calendars.
I'm sure they did.
I'm like, that's a rite of passage.
Oh,
They
my
need to see
gosh.
Uncle JC's swimsuit calendars from the 1990s.
And someone just texted. It said, I had a client make a castle out of White Claws for me to throw out 127 cans to be accurate. Okay, I'm not going to complain about 17 water bottles. This one from Aaron says, I promise it's a teen thing with the water bottles. And then right after that, this one says, my son has a ton of bottles in his room. I think it's a teenage thing. This text says, as a kid, I would not throw away my gum wrappers. It would drive my mom nuts. And Jeanette is on the phone. Jeanette, what did you find in your kid's room?
Well, actually, it wasn't in my kid's room. Ended up being in my room. I had told him I was going to go into his room and clean out his closet. So he took his backpack and stuck it in my closet, and I didn't notice it was there for like a week. I open it up, and it's like 2.5 months worth of lunches in this backpack in my closet.
Oh, you didn't notice the smell at all?
No, everything was like in Ziploc bags, and the only reason why we knew it was like from 2.5 months is because the chip bags had expired 2.5 months prior.
Oh my gosh! You know when chips expire, it's been a while.
It certainly
They
has.
have a long shelf life.
Oh gosh. Katy Perry, her residency. We've got tickets for you in just about 5 minutes. And we also have the Hot 3 coming up. What do you have for us?
If you are waiting on a tax refund or maybe you're going to get your taxes done, don't expect a big one this year. We'll tell you why. Also, people are just sick and tired of all of these that they have. No, it's not water bottles. We'll tell you what it is. And have you noticed that Major League games are getting shorter? Well, they are because of some new rules. But now some teams are going to change this up at the ballpark because of that. We'll tell you what it is coming up next in the Hot 3.
Stick around. We've got more of Mercedes in the morning coming up.
Hey, it's Mercedes. You are ready for Someone just texted, my daughter had about 6 plates, 20 cups, and 4 bowls, and numerous forks and spoons under her bed. My wife noticed our dishes were getting low, and she said she knew it was our daughter. I decided to go look, and my God, there everything was. This sounds like a common thing. I was really upset, but it sounds like all kids do this.
Yeah, I mean, water bottles is a lot, but at least it wasn't food or something that could mold and everything else. Starting to build up. Dear God.
Oh my gosh, we're getting so many texts about that. That's funny.
Have you guys ever done goat yoga?
No, I got invited to it once. I didn't go though.
That sounds like so much fun.
It looks cute.
I worry though, like you're doing, I don't know, a yoga pose and it comes on you, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Does Brooklyn still have more volleyball stuff coming up?
Yeah, she has a Reno trip
Oh, she does?
over my birthday too.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. I'm not going.
And then the following weekend, Spring Fling and Make-A-Wish.
Yeah. These are the water bottles I saw. Well, most of them that were this one, but the other ones were like the Costco brand water bottles.
is she dumping her water bottles into her water, her hydro flask?
That's what I think she's doing. But like they give her the water bottles or she takes them and then she just kind of throws them underneath there.
There's Costco ones. I mine like the these are Airhead, but they're loud
Yeah.
too.
They made so much noise. That's
Yeah,
what I
this-
heard was that crinkle when I initially went down there.
The Essentia Laura has those Essenzias. They're not as crinkly as they're not. There's no crinkle to them, but those Arrowhead and the Costco and Sam's Club ones. Woo! It is Mix 94.1. It is Mercedes in the morning.
And we need to get ourselves a winner here. Adriana?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. You're caller 20.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. This is going to be great. Adriana, Katy Perry puts on one of the best residencies I have ever seen. And it is actually the final days of the play residency at Resorts World, but you're going to see her before she leaves. Congratulations.
Oh, my little girl's going to love it. Oh, my God, I'm so excited.
We're excited for you. Hold on one second. We'll give you all the details. And you're probably saying, I want Katy Perry tickets. We have a pair, one more pair of these for you tomorrow morning at 7:40.
It's time for the Hot 3 on Mix 94.1.
All right. So, are you expecting a tax refund this year? Have you even done your taxes yet? Well, if you are expecting a refund, it could be smaller than last year. With inflation still high, that money will not go as far as it did a year ago. The 90 million taxpayers who have filed as of March 31st got refunds that were an average of nearly 10% less than last year, in part due to pandemic relief programs expiring. The filing deadline for most taxpayers is Tuesday, April 18th. The average refund is $2,910, which is down from $3,226, a difference of more than $300, according to the most recent IRS data.
Did you get everything done?
Yeah, it's all done. It's all submitted. We are getting a refund. It is smaller than it was last year, but I haven't received it yet. I keep checking our bank account every day. I'm like, is it direct deposit? No.
Speed it up. Speed it up.
Have you done yours?
Working on it. It will be done in time. And the way things are looking, according to our tax guy, we should be just kind of equaling out, which is nice.
I actually like that better than getting a refund. And I know I'm probably in the minority on that, but it means that the government didn't get to play with your money.
You gotta get things balanced and everything. It's far better than knowing. And we've had many times in the past, like, what did we do wrong? This is not right.
Definitely. Also this morning, people are getting subscription overload. We are just getting sick and tired of all of our subscriptions. Cancellations have outpaced new subscriptions for digital memberships, food of the month clubs, other purchases. Streaming services have been particularly impacted with cancellations for Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, and others. They were up 49% in 2022 from the previous year. And about a third of respondents surveyed say their biggest financial mistake last year was paying for services that they never used. Americans were also paying about $133 more than the $86 that they thought they were paying for subscriptions each month. A new proposal from the Federal Trade Commission could make it simpler, though, to break up with subscriptions. The consumer watchdog wants to require companies to make it easy for customers to cancel as it is to sign up, often with just a single click. But have you ever tried to cancel something and it's near impossible? First of all, it's hard to get someone on the phone. Then when you do, they try to upsell you like, oh, we'll give you this for free for the next 2 months if you stay with us. No, I'm good. Okay, how about this? We reduce your monthly price to this. I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't use it. And it takes like an hour to finally get unsubscribed.
Do you do this? Like Lars watching Yellow Jackets, which I believe is Showtime. So we had to sign back up for Showtime in order to watch that. And then as soon as Yellow Jackets is done, bye-bye Showtime.
I do that with Hulu. When Handmaid's Tale is on, I subscribe. When it's over, I unsubscribe. Because that's the only show I watch on Hulu.
We're the same way.
Yeah.
But there was something else on Hulu, and Laura brought it up a couple weeks ago. She's like, oh, it's a Hulu thing. I'm like, we don't got it right now because no Handmaid's Tale.
Let's sign up and then
And then you get multiple emails. I'm just saying, sometimes that works in some of these accounts.
Exactly. I didn't even think about that. Finally, this morning, Major League Baseball made several changes this year, including the pitch clock, which has drastically shortened the game times. 9-inning games are down 31 minutes from an average of 3 hours, 9 minutes last year to 2 hours and 38 minutes this year. And that is the fastest average time since 1984. Now, most people actually seem to like the changes, but there is one problem. Shorter, faster games means that there is less of an opportunity for fans to spend money at the ballpark on concessions, on merchandise, and of course, on beer. Now, historically, teams have stopped selling alcohol after the 7th inning, but 4 teams have already pushed that back to after the 8th inning now in order to sell more alcohol. Those teams are the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Texas Rangers, the Minnesota Twins, and of course, the Milwaukee Brewers. A handful of other teams are talking about following suit, but yeah, that's probably the biggest moneymaker in the ballparks, I would guess, is alcohol. So they're like, well, let's just stay open one more inning to sell some more of this.
Let's push it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
8:00 hour. We have tickets for you to go see Sam Hunt, and we have them for you right around 8:25. It's Mix 94.1. We could probably use a song here.
Steph, did you put this in here?
No, Jeremy did.
Oh, that was nice. I just now noticed it. It was on my Judge Your Friend thing, and I haven't even seen it. Was it the day Mickey came?
Yep.
It's been here this entire time, and I just now noticed.
Do we have something we deleted in the past, JC, or maybe Mercedes
Yeah.
want to add in?
Well, we dropped the song about 10 minutes ago.
Was it the Green Day? Did we play that?
We played Green Day. We dropped Blinding Lights, and we dropped Meredith Brooks, Bitch.
I would play Blinding Lights.
Cool.
Well, guys, we're gonna leave because we'll be back. We at 8:15. We're gonna play Judge Your Friends. So we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.